All right, guys, here we are again. We've been so successful in seeing deer in this shooting house that in the afternoons, this is the only place that we have time to go. So we have, it is pushing 4 o'clock. We've got an hour about, well, maybe it's not quite 4 o'clock. So we've got a little over an hour to go over and see what happens. And we enjoy seeing these deer, and I hope you enjoy seeing these deer. And eventually, we're going to see some bucks. We saw 3 rack bucks yesterday. Nothing to write home about, nothing worth harvesting. But this is eventually going to pay off. Something is going to happen. When that does, I hope that you're here to see that. But we're headed in again this morning, or this afternoon. This afternoon, it is 58 degrees, blue skies. Somebody's burning something around here, so we don't have to worry about scent control today. So there's a big fire, some land burning here somewhere. But we're fixing to head in. So stick with us. Come on, sit back. Let's go see what we can see this afternoon. All right, guys, let me talk to you. I'm gonna stop the video right here and let me give you the rest of what's going to happen so you'll know and there'll be no question. There's a lot of things to this videoing, especially when things are starting to move at a fast pace. And my son and I were sitting in the shooting house. My son has 2.5 weeks at the time of this video. He has 2.5 weeks of season left. He is actually leaving in 2.5 weeks. So we had seen several bucks, and my son had actually shot at a buck with a bow back during archery season in early November. He's been waiting on that deer to come back, and we haven't seen that deer. We've seen other rack bucks, and they've presented no shot, or they haven't been big enough. So with 2.5 weeks of season left, my son looks at me, and you've already seen the deer. The deer's a 6-point. He's a decent deer. The deer weighs 180 pounds. My son asked, is that deer big enough to shoot? And at that point, I knew that he was ready to take a deer. So, we were calm and collect. We'd watched this deer, 8 or 10 minutes. Nobody had got nervous. And then all of a sudden, when I told him, son, if you want to shoot that deer, it's your choice. And he said, are you sure? And I said, I am. I watched my son pick his rifle up, get it into the shooting position, and buck fever took over. He had to stop himself twice from pulling the trigger, and I was talking to him the entire time. Now, here's the other part of this story. I had no idea that the volume on my camera was not working. So there was no volume here. You can't hear me talking to him and coaching him through this shot. But he did take the shot. So, and so here's the other thing, communication. You didn't hear this because there's no volume. But I had said to him, I turned my camera off or quit recording, and I just talked to him. Tried to calm him down, reassure him, you've made this shot before. This shot is an easy shot. Calm down, collect yourself. There's no reason to let the nerves get the best of you. And before I turned the camera back on to video or record, I told him, let me know when you get ready to shoot. Well, little did I know, right here in this video, you'll see this deer is looking back up past us to the left of us. My neighbor had come in to feed the cows. This deer was getting nervous. The doe was in the field with him. She was getting nervous. And when I told him, let me know when you get ready to shoot, I had looked back to the camera. As soon as I looked to the camera to turn it on, he shot. The first shot that he shot, he hit the deer in the liver. You're going to see the deer run up the hill and come to a fence, and the deer doesn't cross the fence. You're going to tell the deer's characteristics that the deer is not in good shape. And he would have eventually, that would have been a death blow to the deer if we had let him go. But I told my son, I said, you're going to have to shoot that deer again. So he put the rifle back up, got nervous again, and you're going to see the shot that did kill the deer. And I'll leave it at that. So watch the rest of the video and look at the shot that killed the deer.
In my opinion, I hit him right here first time.
Yeah.
Or right on the shoulder.
All right. Well, let's go.
Now them bugs just still on there, them hogs.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Where's he running from anyway?
Alan.
I just hope he ain't as small as when you get there again.
Nah, there's not going to be any ground shrinkage on him. Hog root.
You see where there's a rooting right there where we come up the roof?
Yeah.
No, he does have a kicker.
Kick him. Kick him. Kick him.
Oh, he broke his rack off.
Where's his rack?
Where's his rack?
You got to be kidding me.
Right here.
You got to be kidding me. He broke his rack off.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
See, he does have one in there though. I ain't never seen that.
Oh man. Holy cow. Well guys, it's not hard to see where my son hit the animal. He hit him at the pedicle of his right beam. So we're simulating here the spread of the rack, and that's what you're seeing right here. It was a death blow for sure. The deer was a 3.5-year-old that weighed a little over 180 pounds. Not a bad deer.